And we are back for another episode on the Weight Loss for Women 40 Plus podcast with Josh. Now, I talk to so many ladies every single week that are in completely different situations. So, some people ask us, they come to us, they want to lose 5 kilograms. They're like, I don't need to lose a lot of weight. Like, it's only 5. Other people probably need to lose more. Now, just to set the record straight, it doesn't matter if you need to lose 1 kilogram or 80 kilograms. If the weight affects how you feel, do something about it. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter if it's 1 or it's 50 or it's 30 or it's 20. It doesn't matter if you haven't been at your goal weight for 6 months or for 16 years. If it affects you, maybe do something about it. That's simple. Otherwise, you're going to keep getting affected by it. So, on our program, right now, there are over 350 women working with our coaches. And our ladies need to lose between 1 to 80 kilograms. It is so different, the goals that people have, the amount of weight they want to lose, their lifestyles, their working situations, their family situations, completely different. There's a whole host of challenges people are going through. And this is why I never understood why people would follow or make one-size-fits-all programs. So, for example, you're like, hey, just download the app and, let's rock and roll. Or join our Facebook group and do this group program. It just doesn't work like that. People are so different. Like, the only things our ladies have in common is, number one, they are all over the age of 40. Number two, they are all women. And number three, they want to lose weight. That's about it. The amount of kids that they have, the health conditions they're going through, the injuries, the financial situation, the amount of time they have available, their lifestyle they live, where they live, what they have access to. It is so completely different. So a one-size-fits-all approach is probably not going to work for you. And you've probably done these things before. You've probably joined group programs, group coaching, generalized diets. Everybody does the same thing. You join a 6-week challenge. Everyone's eating the same meals. And it will work for some people. Generally, though, it works best for men. One-size-fits-all approaches or random diets, you will always see good results for men. The reason why is because it is just easier for men to lose weight. We have a higher base metabolism, meaning we burn way more calories at rest than women because we have more muscle mass. Now, unless a female has more muscle than a bloke, she ain't going to have a good metabolism. That means the effectiveness of plans aren't going to be as good for the female as it is for the male. So I've already gone through this in another podcast. Like, men just have bigger metabolisms, usually more efficient, lose weight faster. Unfair, it is what it fucking is. Moving on. So this is why group stuff doesn't work well. It works for some, doesn't work for everybody. And as soon as you start pinning yourself up against like the 20 or 30-year-old woman and you're in your 50s, you're going to have a bad time. Again, they have a more efficient metabolism because they're just younger. Yes, we can hate on them like, fuck those girls, but it just is what it is. When you were 30, the woman who was 50 looking at you was going, fuck those girls. So look, shit just goes downhill. As people get older, they shit on people that are younger than them. It is what it is. This is why I'm not a big fan of like these group programs. It generally doesn't work. You all do an intake at the same time. You're all doing the same sort of thing. It's generally around challenges. But the main thing I wanted to talk to you guys about today was like, it's just like, who cares how much weight you got to lose? Just do something about it if it's affecting you. Like, get started. And whether it's losing, like whether it's 1 or 50, like, you got to lose the first one. Like, people sometimes think that losing 2 kilograms is easier than losing 50 kilograms. It's the exact amount of difficulty. It's the same hard, like the same science and mechanics go into losing that 1 kilogram. If you both lost a kilogram in a week, and one person got to their goal weight and the other person went from 50 to 49, you both lost 1 kilogram. But the amount of difficulty that goes into it is still the same amount of difficulty. You've still got to do the calorie deficit. You've still got to do the walking. You still got to do the exercise. You got to say no to certain things. So shitting on someone else because they've got a smaller goal than you is not. It doesn't make sense. Like it's not easier for that person. They're still got to do the same shit that you've got to do if you've got to lose more weight. So shitting on someone else or just going, well, they've got it easier than me, it's not going to serve you because they don't have it easier than you. Their time frame might be shorter than yours, but fuck, good on them for not letting it get too far down the road before they did something about it. So who fucking cares what the next person is doing? Weight loss is hard for everybody. It's not a cakewalk. Otherwise, nobody would be, struggling with their weight. Like if it was the easiest fucking thing in the world, if it was easy as riding a bike, the whole population would be skinny and rah, rah, rah. Who cares? But that's not the situation. So the only thing that's going to get you unstuck is learning the skills and getting the knowledge of how to lose weight each week. That's all we need to strive for. Who cares if it's fucking 20 kilos? Who cares if it's 50? Who cares if it's 100? No matter how much weight you got to lose, you still got to do the same thing required as someone who's got less weight than you to lose. It's just the length of the program, of the process that's going to be different. So I wouldn't be getting bogged down. Because as soon as you start comparing yourself to someone else, someone's always got it easier than you. The grass always seems to be greener on the other side. But I've talked to enough people to understand that the grass isn't greener on the other side, and the other person doesn't have it easier than you. Unless you honestly know what is going on in someone else's household, you don't know. Like you actually don't know. You're just guessing, or you're just viewing from the outside and you're seeing the picture that they want you to see. So it doesn't help. It doesn't help to compare what someone else is doing. Focus on you. Because at the end of the day, nobody cares about your goal as much as you do. And that means everybody else is thinking the same thing. So if you don't care about other people's goals, why the hell are they going to care about your goals? And this actually has to do with like partners and stuff like that. Like you're not doing this for your kids. You're not doing this for your partner. You're doing this for you. And to expect your kids or your partner or your friends to hold you accountable to your own goals it's actually a little bit laughable. Like, let's be honest. Like, everybody has their own dreams and ambitions. Everybody has their own problems. And for you to expect that someone else should be, like, keeping you accountable to your goal, as in, like, someone who isn't a paid accountability coach or a personal trainer, is, again, it's fucking laughable. Because you don't care about other people's goals as much as they do, your friends or your sister or your work colleague. So for them to care about what you're doing, nobody's going to care that much. The only person who's going to care is the person that you're paying. The person that you're paying is financially invested in your success. And to be honest, that's the only way it's going to work. Because here's the thing. Let's say you've got a gym partner. And your gym partner, you train with her and you go for walks and she stops going to the gym. And then you're like, oh, well, because she stopped going, I'm going to stop going. You're not paying them. It's for free. And now the responsibility of whether you go to the gym or not is put on someone else. That is not a good place to be in because the other person does not fucking care about your goals and your problems because they have their own goals and their own problems and they may be worse than yours. So putting your future in someone else's hands is always going to lead to bitter disappointment. I talk to so many ladies every week who have partners who do not give a fuck whether they lose or gain weight. Like almost every single lady I talk to, the partner's like, yeah, I just don't care. Like she's like, yeah, my partner doesn't care. He loves me how I am. He's like, if I gain weight, if I lose weight, he reckons I'm great. I'm like, exactly. So when you're blaming your partner for like the food he brings home or the takeaway or the alcohol, it is absolute nonsense because you're blaming someone who is not invested in your goal. Oh, well, my partner brought it home and if he didn't bring it home, I wouldn't eat it. I'm like, how long are you going to keep using that excuse for? Because you've already said that your partner doesn't care if you gain or lose weight and you're getting angry at them for the actions that they don't care about. They're like, well, I don't care if you gain weight. Like, I'm eating the food because I want to eat it. And you're blaming them because you ate it. You cannot blame your partner for the food that you eat and consume. The only time I will allow it from our clients is if the partner ties them to a chair, legs and hands bound, head tilted back, nose blocked, funnel in mouth, and then I see the partner like pouring in like pureed Mars bars and alcohol and takeaway. Unless that is happening to you, there is no fucking reason to blame your partner or someone else for the food and drink that you consumed. Again, it is fucking laughable to use that excuse. Like, it is ridiculous. And I see even our clients use it sometimes. Until we have the conversation, I'm like, hey, let's point this out. Did they do that? No. Okay, so whose choice was it to do it? It was mine. I'm like, okay, is it actually fair to blame your partner for the actions that you took? Well, they bought the food, but I'm like, but you ate it. They're like, yeah. I'm like, look, that's not a bad thing, but we do have to identify that that is a behavior that does not serve you. Blaming other people for your actions, it doesn't serve you. And it's not something we can go into. And I'll do a podcast on this soon about diving into responsibility and how it takes away your power and it leaves you in a bad place. But we'll do it another time, probably the next one. So at the core of this today, it's to go, your goal is your goal. And whether it's 1 kilograms or 70 kilograms you got to lose, it's the same amount of hard for you as it is for the next person. You have to make sacrifices. You have to put it in the calendar. What you do in a week is very similar. Calorie deficit, hitting the protein targets, getting the walking in, getting the amount of sleep in, doing some workout. Like, an hour and a half a week, 3 workouts a week, 30 minutes or whatever. It's the same thing. So don't think someone else has got it easier. It doesn't help you. They don't have it easier. I see a lot of people they've got to lose 5 kilograms and their life is an absolute shit show. They're going through divorce, they're separated, she's got to move out, financial instability starts to happen, the kids are unsettled. Like, it's just hectic. And then I've got ladies that have got to lose 50 kilograms that are in healthy, happy relationships. They've got kids, they're happy, they've got a partner. Like, everyone has their own degree of difficulty. Stop comparing to other people. Who fucking cares? It is your journey. It is you versus you. That is it. As long as you're making progress, it's just a matter of when we reach the goal. It's not a matter of if we are going to hit the goal. When, not if. You can do it. You are capable. And it might be better for you to start spending some damn money, cutting back on the shit, cutting back on things that aren't helping you. Maybe it's entertainment. Maybe it's beauty. Maybe you need to go and sell a caravan. Maybe you need to go sell the shit it's around your house so you can afford a coach. Maybe you're in that dire straits. I've had ladies list up their caravan, that's why I was thinking of it recently, so that she can afford to do the program. She's like, look, I'm really strapped for cash. It's week to week at the moment. I'm like, okay, cool. What can you do? She's like, well, I can sell a caravan. We don't use it anymore. I'm like, great. Go put it up online. Go sell it. And then come back and let's do something. That other ladies I've had, they're getting second jobs. They're like, look, we're living paycheck to paycheck right now. Single mom, got 3 kids. The weight is crushing her. If she doesn't lose the weight, she will end up in the same position as her own parents and she will die before the age of 60. She got young kids. She can't do that. So for her, she's like, I'm going to get a second job so I can afford some coaching. I'm like, great option. Go do what you need to do. If there is a will, there is a way. So if you need help right now, reach out. You can find us at Josh Humphreys on Instagram. You can go send us a message. Hey, love to learn more. You'll see my ads all over Instagram. Click on them, hit learn more, talk to the team, book a call. Nice and simple. We'll see if we can work for you. If the weight affecting you, it is time to do something about it. So go kick some goals this week. Do what you need to do. Fuck the other people. Who cares what they're doing? You just focus on you. All right, lots of love, and I'll see you in the next one.